We're very pleased that you're able to come to our open house. We greatly appreciate your participation and your continued interest in our vision, press format, and our organization as well. When we're engineering our equipment, we have three main areas of focus. The first is really to be able to deliver commercial quality printed images holding precise registration and excellent dot reproduction. Secondly, we recognize the importance of taking downtime and turning it into uptime. Most important in today's marketplace. So incorporated into the Vision Press platform is a very, very high level of automation specifically designed to improve your make-ready efficiencies. And third, a high level of automation and technology is great, but we had to be very, very mindful of being able to deliver this in a very user-friendly, ergonomic design for your operators. We're going to start off running the Frontlines Brochure and it's a 4-color process over 4-color process brochure with commercial quality graphics. We're going to be running this on 70-pound offset, high gloss, on 28-inch inserts in a sheeted format. Now when the guys start up, they'll start off running around 300-400 feet per minute. Make sure that register color densities are fine. Then we're going to bring the press up to 1,000 feet per minute while maintaining precise register and color densities. And the other thing I'd like you to focus in on as well is our high pile receding stacker. We're going to illustrate what is a dolly change. And this is quite interesting because this is a fully automatic stacker that we have that has 3 positions to it. Your typical stacker has 1 position. What this does is once we fill up our first dolly to the proper height, we have 3 areas. We have an open area, the running area where we're putting our work, and an area where we have an empty dolly. Once the pile height gets to the proper height, we have a sensor that will automatically start lowering the work we've already run over to the open side. The empty dolly, which we have in position, automatically moves over and replaces the full one. Now when we talk about an ergonomic design, that's exactly what this is. This allows your operator not just to run one dolly and then have to manually go over there and pay attention to it, change it, put a new one in. Here, the automation on that stacker gives him the time to fill 2 dollies, which allows him to concentrate more on the printed work itself. Right now, we're running 70-pound, high gloss, 28-inch cutoff at 1,000 feet per minute. We're going to stop the press and we're going to switch over to the next job. And also, when we go to do the inserts, which Tony is starting to do right now, please be aware that we have a push button release. So all Tony is actually doing is pushing one button and our mechanical, electrical, and pneumatic connections are released and the insert just moves forward within seconds. Now here what we're going to do is we're using a dual position trolley. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually load up the trolley with one insert already. So when we walk over to the press, our 22 inches here in position, we don't have to take one out, go and offload it, pick up another one, bring it over. 50% of the time that it takes to actually bring an insert over to the press, we've eliminated by use of our dual position trolley. And the other thing to point out as well is, you know, whether you're doing an insert change of 2 units, 5 units, 8 units, when we change our inserts, you do not have to reset your form rollers. We have stops that are built on each insert that holds its settings, which saves time for sure. And also, whenever we change insert sizes, with software on the press, we have a 0 point established. So at no point do we have to go over to the gear side of the press and retime units once we change them out. That's done by software on the press. And the same thing is for like what we call our turn bar recognition. If you're changing your turn bar position, the press automatically recognizes where it is and adjusts the 0 points to accommodate that. With the ability of the servo drive on the press, we can multitask. So we're going to be doing multiple things at the same time to reduce make-ready or to increase your make-ready efficiency. The unit's washing up, the fountain roller's washing up, but because when we go into our wash-up mode, we're actually dropping our fountain tray and we're pulling it back, Art can safely wash up that fountain tray while the rollers are washing up. But after we do our wash-up and Art puts the new ink in, the unit just has an automatic ink up as well, where it just automatically will ink up the rollers. You know, as the guys are going to mount their plates, on other presses, you are jogging the press to line up your plate gap so you can mount your plate. On the Vision press, we just have a simple push button that automatically recognizes the position of the plate gap where the plate will be mounted, and it just brings that around for the operator so he doesn't have to worry about that. Once we start that job up, again, the guys will, they'll be taking all the settings, and on both jobs, by the way, that are stored in the press. So I'd like you to look at today as what would be, whether it's a reprint job or maybe a new job in your facility where you've taken your color settings, sent them over to the press SIP3, and everything is stored there waiting. And with our data recovery software, we pull out all our ink and water settings, we pull out all our tension settings, and then we go up into production. I guess now we're probably, I would guess about 1,000, and you'll hear the next kick up, bringing it up to 1,325 feet per minute. Here we go. So, obviously by getting up to this high speed, we know we're in position, color's looking good, and this make-ready was going from a sheeted format to a roll format, which is quite different. There's a lot more good details we have to offer. So thank you very much.